What's up guys, it's Tommy here and I'm so excited to bring this transfer news video for you guys because Lyon finally indicate that they will allow Nabil Fekir to join Liverpool if the price is right, because Fekir said that he will only want to go to Liverpool and the Lyon president concedes that he will do a deal with Liverpool if the right money is on the table. So let me know what you think about this transfer news. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoy these transfer news updates videos and subscribe with post notifications on, never to miss a future video. So let's get into this. David Maddock is reporting this, who is a journalist working for the Mirror in England, and he has some very good sources and I'm just so excited to bring you this transfer news. So Liverpool, of course, Jurgen Klopp is planning to bolster his attacking options further, and he is Klopp was frustrated by the lack of backup for the Liverpool front three for Salah, Firmino and Mane, and I think we not only want to sign Nabil Fekir, but we are looking at maybe bringing in Xherdan Shaqiri. I will make a separate video about that later, but what do you think about the Shaqiri rumors? Is Shaqiri good enough to be a backup for Mane, Firmino or Salah? I certainly wouldn't want him to be our starting 11 winger, but as a backup for as little as £12 million, I'm all for it. So Fekir has been identified as the marquee signing, the marquee transfer in this transfer window and the natural replacement for Philippe Coutinho. And Fekir, who scored 23 goals and got 9 assists in as little as 40 games for Lyon, can play in a variety of positions. His main position is as an attacking midfielder, but he can play as a winger, he can play as a number 8, he can play as a box-to-box midfielder, and he's a very strong, agile player. He's a great free kick taker. Just yesterday I watched the Nabil Fekir's goals for Lyon last season, and he had a variety of goals. He can score penalties, he can score free kicks, he can dribble past 3 or 4 players, he can start from midfield and just run with the ball, getting past a lot of players and then scoring. And especially the goal that caught my eye was Nabil Fekir's free kick against Lyon. If you saw that, you know what I'm talking about. From like 35 yards, almost from the touchline on the side of the pitch, he curls in an absolute beauty into the bottom corner, hitting the post, the near post, and going in. And the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper had no chance with that. So Fekir can even play as a number 9, a false 9, as a Firmino backup, because I think we need players who can play in all of the attacking positions. And I'm really excited, because if Liverpool try out the 4-2-3-1 formation or the 4-3-3 formation, we could have Fabinho, Keita and Fekir in midfield, and then Salah, Mane and Firmino up front. What a team that would be! So much attacking firepower, so strong in midfield. That would be a major upgrade on a team with Wijnaldum, Henderson and James Milner as a midfield. No disrespect to those players, but they are not as creative and as agile as somebody like Naby Keita or Nabil Fekir. That would be just a major upgrade in terms of where Liverpool are at. Progress has been so slow in the talks between Lyon and Liverpool, with the French club's president Jean-Michel Aulas reluctant to engage in meaningful negotiations before the start of the World Cup. But David Maddock reports that a breakthrough of sorts has been made, because Fekir is saying that he will only join Liverpool, and that is so good to hear. Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool have come such a long way in the past 3 years. People like Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Mohamed Salah, Nabil Fekir now, Fabinho, that they chose Liverpool when other clubs were an option is just so good to hear, so good to see. So the Lyon president is conceding that he will do a deal with Liverpool if he feels the price is right. The problem is that Lyon hasn't named their price. Liverpool are so hopeful that this price won't pass much beyond 50 million. Liverpool don't want to pay like something like 70 or 80 million for Nabil Fekir. They would be happy, I think, with the prices between 50 and 60 million pounds. And Fekir said to be 100% decided to join Liverpool as his next destination. That's what David Maddock is reporting. Liverpool's sporting director Michael Edwards, who deserves huge credit for the work that he has done in the past 2 years, because he has been absolutely amazing in the transfer window. Almost every single player that Liverpool signed has been a successful transfer, and that not only proves that Jurgen Klopp has a great eye for a player, but it also proves that Liverpool's system, which they have changed and revised since the Brendan Rodgers days, is working like a treat. Because with Brendan Rodgers at the club, we had a very mixed bag in terms of signing players. Half of them were absolute flops and waste of money, but under Jurgen Klopp we got value for money. And if you look at the team, like half of the team are new signings, and they have been magnificent. I mean, the only player who probably could argue was a little bit too expensive is Van Dijk, but even at 75 million he was worth it in my opinion, because he just elevated the whole Liverpool back four. But if you look at the other transfers, Andrew Robertson, like 8 million pounds, Joel Matip on a free, Karius 4 million, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, the Oxlade-Chamberlain. I mean, all these players are now worth a lot more in Salah's case. I mean, Salah was about 36 million pounds or something like that, and he's now worth above 100 million pounds. So Michael Edwards will continue to push for an agreement before the World Cup. Liverpool want to get as many transfers done before the World Cup, as many as possible, because once the World Cup gets underway, the prices of all the players who are playing at the World Cup will go up. And also remember that this season the Premier League start also indicates the transfer window slams shut for Premier League clubs in terms of they cannot sign any more players. They can sell players abroad because the transfer window doesn't end for other clubs in other countries like Spain, Germany, Italy. Those transfer windows still end at the end of August, which might be a disadvantage for Premier League clubs in terms of especially smaller clubs. If there is a really big offer coming in after the Premier League starts and they sell, they cannot replace him, and that might be a problem. But I really hope that Liverpool won't sell any of our star players once the transfer window slams shut. That would be just unthinkable. And I think Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool want to get all their transfers done as quickly as possible, so by the time pre-season starts, then Liverpool can really implement the new playing style to the new players, into the new players, drill their roles into them once the preseason starts. And we already have Naby Keita and Fabinho coming in early, and if this Fekir transfer can go through before the World Cup, that would be really ideal. And Fekir himself is happy to wait until after the tournament in Russia, after getting the commitment from the Lyon president that Lyon will sell. So that's a very interesting development. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Fekir's agent Jean-Pierre Bernet has encouraged Liverpool to agree a fee with Lyon, and that also indicates that not only Fekir but his agent also knows that Fekir wants this Liverpool transfer. Of course, Liverpool don't want to overpay for any player, so I think it makes sense. And Liverpool are in a very strong negotiating position right now, because Liverpool know that Fekir wants to join Liverpool, and that means that Liverpool can maybe wait a little bit and see whether Lyon will accept the 50 million transfer fee and don't really want to go to 60 or 70 million. Yes, Lyon wanted a bidding war, but they didn't take into consideration how attractive Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool is to the likes of Nabil Fekir, players who are just emerging. And Nabil Fekir could really turn into one of the most exciting players in the Premier League. Judging by his playing style and what he did for Lyon, he would be an absolutely really exciting player, an amazing player to watch in this Liverpool team. And Liverpool were already one of the most exciting teams to watch last season. But imagine with Fabinho, Keita and Fekir, three players who are all really dynamic, really fast, with a lot of stamina, and Liverpool are a team who runs one of the furthest distances in each Premier League game, and we are one of the most hard-working teams. And Jurgen Klopp, of course, loves to play this counter-pressing, high-tempo, high-energy game. And all these three new signings, Fekir, Fabinho and Keita, fit right into this playing style, because they can all be really energetic players, and I'm just really excited and really looking forward to next season. The Lyon president is the legendary Jean-Michel Aulas in terms of he holds the same status as Daniel Levy, the Tottenham chairman, someone who is determined and experienced enough to command really big transfer fees for whoever he decides to sell. And he also prides himself on the success of the Lyon Youth Academy, and he believes that Fekir's successor, the next big star, is already in place. 19-year-old Houssem Aouar has made impressive strides in his development for the past 12 months, and he would be the Fekir replacement. He would be the player who replaces Nabil Fekir in this Lyon team. And Fekir did not feature when France defeated Italy 3-1 with manager Didier Deschamps, who is a client of the Fekir's agent. So Fekir's agent Bernet also manages Didier Deschamps, and he preferred the midfield trio of Tolisso, Pogba and Kanté for this France game. Deschamps made it clear to the players subjected to transfer speculation that selection will be influenced by focus on the tournament. So if this Fekir to Liverpool transfer saga continues to rumble on, Fekir wouldn't like that at all, because then he might not be selected for games in the World Cup or prior to the World Cup for France. And Fekir, of course, is desperate to play for France. He's desperate to play in each and every game in the World Cup, which means that Fekir will encourage Lyon to get this deal done as early as possible so he can fully focus on the World Cup. And I think that makes sense for all parties. Let's just agree a 55 million or even a 60 million transfer fee, 60 million pounds transfer fee with Lyon, because I think then Liverpool would get Fekir right now, and after the World Cup he can join the pre-season tournaments, and really excited about this transfer. So let me know what do you think about this transfer news, and leave a like if you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. See you later. Goodbye.